Oh,
hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Nice to see you. The Terminator is here.
Let's
Finally,
establish a connection. Let's start those glasses. They're fantastic.
Actually, these are a pair of 3D glasses that I got with a monitor 10 years ago. And they are actually broken, as maybe you can see. But I keep them because they look cool and I look like a Terminator wearing them. So, yeah.
You do. I can see you've got a fair amount of Christmas stuff going on behind you. You got your tree, etc. What's give us a couple of ideas of Christmas in Romania. What are the traditions that you guys have? Like in England, if you said to me, what do you have in England? Oh, we have roast turkey on Christmas Day. We have Christmas crackers. We do our presents Christmas morning. The day after Christmas is called Boxing Day. I know why, but I can't remember why. Tell me some fun facts about Christmas in Romania.
Well, apparently in Romania, we're not boxing on Christmas Day. In Romania, we are making the tree, usually in the Christmas Eve. But other than that, we like to make presents to the loved ones. Also, the kids and also the grown-ups are going to sing carols and visit other people, spreading the word of baby-born Jesus being born. And other than that, we eat a lot of food because Christmas is all about food. So we eat especially pork meat, but also, I mean, everything that you can eat, you can find on our table. If you come to Romania for Christmas, for sure you will not starve. You will be like 5 kilos. More, you will have 5 more kilos in just one day.
Yeah, I've been to Romania. I've been to Bucharest and I've been to Transylvania. And it's a very beautiful country, very nice people. Tell us a bit about style of streaming. I think style is kind of, I describe it as high energy. Tell me about that and how you developed it. Are you a high energy person in the real world, or is Clopo quiet on the real world and he's Mr. High Energy on streaming? Tell me about that.
Well, in my opinion, streaming is about entertaining people and feeling good with the people you are streaming for, and actually sharing a sense of good feeling, a good vibe. Because I cannot see them a stream. I cannot watch a stream where the streamer actually focuses on the game, doesn't talk with the chat, doesn't interact with you. And since I'm not a good gamer, so to speak, I'm not like Ninja, I'm not like first place on Call of Duty or something like that. I like to be entertaining. I like to express myself, and I like to engage with the audience. And that is why I'm very let's call it interactive. And I like to talk with the people, to listen to what they say, to reply, and to actually I like to put myself in their shoes and see what would they like to hear from a streamer, or what would they like to see. And that is why I developed this pretty effervescent style. Because otherwise, if I would be something, even in this short interview, yes, Joe, I'm happy to be here. This is an amazing show. I'm gonna answer some questions. What the heck is that? I'm getting boring like this. So I cannot be like that. I like to be alive. I like to feel that I'm living, because I'm streaming because I like it. It's my passion. It's not my job. I do it because I like it. And since it's my passion, I like to live it passionately, because I think every moment that we're having on this earth deserves living, and we have to max out of every moment. And that is why I'm always enthusiastic. I'm always filled with energy, because otherwise, what's the point, right?
Let me tell you what people are saying in chat, because they clearly love you. Jeff says, you're definitely high energy. Knowledge is power says, I love your good vibes. Annie B says she enjoys Clopo Quest vibe very much. Knock Knock says, very funny, knock knock. Once you clop, you can't stop. I like that.
Of course.
Tell me about, before we start the quiz, so what I like about your shows on More, and I'll ask you about More separately, but I like a very simple thing about your shows, which is that you call each one a Clopo Quest and you give it a number. And that to me makes it feel kind of special, kind of like cage fighting when that started. Like you'd have like number 1, number 300, number 450. Tell me what you would expect in what anybody who hasn't watched you would expect in a Clopo Quest.
Well, in the Clopoquest, always we have a theme. We always focus on a certain theme. Is it nature, sports, megastars, movies? And we always pick a theme for a Clopoquest. Also, while on more, I noticed that I detest the long questions, because by the time I finish reading the question or listening to the question, I got to 0 points. And that is why in my Clopoquest I tend to put the questions to be very, very short. Or after the more app became a little bit more stable, I'm organizing visual Clopoquest. Namely, you are seeing an image, a certain actor, a certain scene, a certain animal, or something related. Then you have to pick the correct. So you have to recognize things. And this is like the universal language, because if there is a question you need to read, you need to understand the English if you're not a native speaker. But image is a universal language, and this way everybody can participate. My goal is to make the Clopoquest as accessible as possible to everyone, and to create equality between everyone, so that everyone can enjoy the Clopoquest. So what can you have in the Clopoquest? It's intense competition, because I like the questions in the Clopoquest are not easy. Always the first question is a simple one. But as we advance, even there are only 7 questions. The 6th and the 7th question, it's pretty hard, and very, very rarely there are people that are getting 7 out of 7. So I like to keep this format, simple questions for everyone, but also hard questions for making a differentiation. Because as everybody in the chat knows, there can be only one, and you can only be the best in the Clopoquest. And every number, we have only one best winner.
Has anybody won it multiple times, like 2 or 3 times?
Yes, actually, there are people winning it a few times. Chico 99, Chico Baby 99B just won 3 out of the last 4. But basically, most of the people in the chat already have at least one Clopoquest in their portfolio. So yeah, Nanny B, Cabo Weasel, SGP, NDH. I even organized competitions for the Clopoquest t-shirt that I'm wearing. Yes. And already a few members of the More community have this shirts. Either won in my competitions, or they ordered from my merch store. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So before we begin, let's just talk about the format of this show. So this is the Can You Beat show. People are saying that they love the Can You Beat show, and we've decided to go with one of our streamers today. Sometimes we have people like we had the judge from Jury Duty 2 weeks ago. We had a best-selling author, Otto English. Last week, we had a really fun game with the fabulous Lounge Singers, who were on the Big Apple TV show this Christmas. But now we've got one of our own. And as we progress, I'm going to ask you about how you began streaming. I'm going to ask you about how you and I first met, because we actually met about 2 years ago when you were doing some work on QuizKit. And I'm just going to get some vibes from you.
Well, actually, little did you remember, we met 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Well, I thought 2, and then I thought maybe 3, so it's 4 years ago. Yeah. Let's start our quiz. Everybody got their fingers ready? So you're playing, everyone else is playing, and we'll see your position. I think the world record is number 6, like 6th best.
And what is the world record? What is the world record for worst position? Because I'm
127th.
Damn, hopefully I can beat that.
You beat that. I don't think we've got 127 players, but let's see how we get on. So it's just a general knowledge question. Let me get everything ready. I hope I can get the questions correct. So okay, start with question 1. In the Fantastic Four, what is Mr. Fantastic's superpower? Is it super intelligence, a super smile like you, or is it the super stretch? Now, you said to me that you knew a little bit about superheroes.
Yeah, superheroes. I got 5,000 points. I got 5,000 points and went for the super stretch. Definitely is not the super smile, but I may be wrong.
Yeah,
but the Fantastic Four is not my strong point. I wanted Avengers. Oh, I got it right! I got it right!
I can't believe 2 things. I mean, I saw the first Fantastic Four film came out about 20 years ago. There was actually a minor Fantastic Four film that came out before that. Then they rebooted it, and now they're rebooting it again. They're never going to get this right. So you like the Avengers. Where do you stand on your love of superheroes? Is that from when you were a kid? Tell me about who you like, and do you go to Comic Cons? Tell me about your interest in superheroes.
Well, I always like superheroes. Over here, we are living in Romania, and unfortunately, we don't have many comical events or things like that. They are always organized in USA or in Britain. They are quite far away. But I grew up being a fan of Batman, and even on my desk over here, I can show you a small Batman. They have this one, yeah. And and yeah, for last Christmas, I received a gift, a Christmas globe that looks like this, and it's made out of pins, and it's absolutely amazing. As you can see, it's having the Batman logo over there, and also on my table I have a coaster, and my glass is on this coaster that is with Batman. So I'm a big fan of Batman, but even though Batman is a DC, I like Marvel heroes more. So yeah, and I like stories. I like fantastic stories. I like, because it puts universe, which is fantastic, which is great, and we always like to think ourselves as better version of us, and we always want to be like heroes. Like, I want to be like Batman. I want to be like Superman. I want to have this superpower.
Best Batman on screen?
Best Batman on screen? My honest opinion.
I've got an opinion as well. I wonder if after 3, let's say have you got your answer?
Yes.
Okay. After 3, we say it together. 1, 2, 3. Michael
Christian
Keaton.
Bale.
You like
Christian Bale.
I like Keaton, man. I'm old school. I like Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I mean, we most likely were in different ages of Batman, so that is why we have different opinion. But I also like Val Kilmer as Batman. I found it cool.
Was that like one time he did it?
Yeah, one time, but it was good.
Have you seen the Val documentary, the recent one about him?
I don't think so.
It's superb, right? I didn't know, this is a sidetrack thing, but Val Kilmer is a fascinating man. And for all of his life, since he was a kid, he's videoed himself. He had videos back in the 80s. He was like since the iPhone came, he has filmed himself. And this documentary is all the footage of Val Kilmer throughout his life. It's excellent. I highly recommend it. And he talks about Batman and getting that job. It's super interesting. Yeah. Okay, very good.
We'll try to watch it.
Question 2 is about football. Another easy one for you. But you might get it wrong. I think you'll get it right. Question 2 is about football. Question 2 is, who won the 2022 FIFA World Cup? Last year's World Cup was a pretty good World Cup, even though they held it in Qatar and they held it in November. Which team won?
Come on! I clicked on Argentina. Why selected France? I clicked on Argentina.
It is Argentina. 19 people said Argentina. We'll do scores after the next question. We'll do the next question very quickly. Danelle says, thanks, Paul. Very good. Yeah, Jeff Keys agrees that it is a very good but sad documentary, the Val Kilmer documentary. Next question is a geography question, and then we'll look at the scores. Next question is, on which continent is Suriname, the country of Suriname? Is it South Africa? Well, that should say Africa, actually. South America or Asia? So is it Africa, South America? What did you say?
South America. I know where is it. I'm good at geography.
Yeah, I thought you'd be good at geography. Good. Yeah, South Africa is not a continent. South Africa is, of course.
Exactly. But okay. Now I have a question for you. How are people able to get 10,000 points as an answer to a question? Because I never get more than 9,000. It's impossible to me. How do they do it?
Are they cheating the system?
I mean, why I cannot cheat the system? I want to cheat the system as well.
Anybody in chat got any tips for how you get 10,000? I know. Hey, have you played Knock Knock's golf game?
I was not able to attend because my life is pretty busy. I'm so sorry that I'm very rarely able to see other people's shows on more, because I'm still having a job from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Then every evening when I'm not having a show or more, I'm streaming on Twitch like 5 hours. And next to all this, I need to make sure to have enough time for the social life, for keeping the household in good condition. So yeah, being a streamer, it's trying to have you need to have a very good balance between the things you're doing and a very good time management, because otherwise you're doomed.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you about that after the scores. I'm going to show the scores in a second. People are saying if you could tap immediately and if you've got a really good connection, then you could maybe get 10,000, but I've never done it. So let's look at the leaderboards and see where we are. So should be bringing up the leaderboards now. I see Quiz Monster, a regular there at 29, winning. Anime Dan, Nori Sushi in third.
Whoa, I'm 17th.
There you are, 17th. Not bad. It's a good start, something to build on.
I mean, with Argentina, I would have had 18,000, but I was discriminated. The system pushed France, and I hate football, French football. I hate it.
So let's go back to the beginning, Clopo. When did you start streaming? Why did you start streaming? Was it on Twitch? I'm assuming this is before you found out about QuizKit. So tell us about your streaming journey, when it started. How many years ago? Was it before COVID? During COVID? Tell us.
Oh, it was way before COVID. I mean, I started streaming in 2013, which was like more than 10 years ago. And it was like the superhero stories. No, you see the superheroes. You want to be like them. You have the superpowers. And so one day I discovered Twitch somewhere in 2012, and I fell in love of people who actually playing games and talking with the audience there. And I said, hey, I want to be like those guys. I want to stream. And my goal was to be able to stream Diablo free on Twitch. But that was my goal, to be like a guy. I don't know if anyone knows it, was a Diablo free streamer called King Kongor. And I wanted to be like that guy. But my PC back then was total trash. And instead of being able to play Diablo, I started streaming a browser game called The Republic. But slowly but surely, I gained an audience. I formed a community, and I was able to learn how to speak, how to control my voice. Because when you're on the first time online, you're like, you are lacking air, you are turning red, you don't know what to do. You are having all kind of moments where it's difficult. So along the years, I continued streaming. I streamed for 4 years on Twitch. Then I moved to Mixer. It was a streaming platform from Microsoft.
Let's have a moment for Mixer, everybody. Who remembers Mixer? Yeah, go on.
If you remember Mixer, I was a partner over there, and was the platform of my dreams. And actually, I was the biggest streamer over there when I arrived, because I arrived only like 6 months after they launched the platform. And I remember I was the biggest streamer with like 50 viewers. It was like crazy. But after that, things got well over there. But you know, I always said it on Twitch, and I didn't have thought I would have the chance to say it on More as well. But More was terminated on July 25, 2020. Unfortunately, no one else was saved unless you are a member of the Clopo crew. And my mission as a Terminator was to save you, because it doesn't matter the platform, doesn't matter the service you are using, it matters the friends that you are making, no matter where you are streaming.
I want to ask you about swapping around platforms in a second. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is about film. Okay, so the next question is, which actor got his big break playing a handsome young drifter in the film Thelma and Louise? Was it Clooney, was it Pitt, or was it my favorite, Michael Keaton? We're talking about him, and there he is. Who do you think it was?
Michael Keaton, but I only got 5,000 points over there, even though I tapped it at 9,000.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's Michael Keaton.
No, it's not. Have you ever seen the film?
I don't think so.
Classic 1991, two women, Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon, kind of a road trip, kind of a revenge movie. Brilliant film. Brad Pitt was the guy. Most people in the audience got that. You might be losing your position from 17th. Let's see. We'll see in a few minutes. Tell me about how, as a streamer, the decision to go from Twitch to Mixer, I think, is interesting. And then Mixer kind of stops, and now you're helping us out and you're doing stuff on More. But I think one of the blocks that we have, or one of the blocks I think, is like people jumping platforms. They don't want to jump platform because they're on Twitch. Their gangs on Twitch, their followers on Twitch, they don't want to go to a new space. Is that a really difficult thing for a streamer to jump platforms?
I mean, I always believe that every foot you're getting in your back, it's a step forward. The reason why I went from Twitch to Mixer was because I applied for partnership on Twitch 2 times and I got rejected because, honestly speaking, I didn't have the great numbers to become a partner. So I wanted to try something else, and that is how I discovered Mixer. And even though it was something totally new and I was living behind a big platform like Twitch, I was never afraid of trying something new. And by trying something new, I discovered the new community, I discovered new opportunities, new things, and great community on Mixer. And over there, I became partner. And eventually, when Mixer collapsed, I came back to Twitch. And again, the people followed me over there. And yes, switching platforms, it's a little bit difficult because it's like living a relationship, you know? You leave behind everything, you start something new. But you should not be afraid of trying new things because, yes, it's difficult. Yes, you start again from scratch, but it's a new opportunity. If something doesn't work, if something doesn't fit with what you want, with what you need, you always should find the courage to be able to experiment new things. And also on Mixer is where the Clopoyaur actually began. It was in 2018 when on Mixer, for the first time, they wrote interactive buttons. And people were able to interact with the buttons, influencing what is happening on the stream. And that is how the Clopoyaur begins over there in 2018. We had it for like 2 years over there. And then when it came back, when we came on Twitch, QuizKit was the only option that resembled with what I was doing on Mixer, and that is how I discovered QuizKit coming back on Twitch. And the first edition of the Clopoyaur on Twitch took place in July 2020, and that is why we used the QuizKit for the first time, and that is when we met.
Thank you for the QuizKit shout out. I'll come back to that in a second. 2 more questions and we'll do some more leaderboards. Next question is about sport. Do you like Formula One?
Yes, I liked it back in the days. I'm not so passionate about it right now, but if you ask me about Schumacher...
At which circuit is the British Grand Prix raced? Is it Brands Hatch, Donington Park or Silverstone? We're talking about the British Grand Prix now.
To me, the British Grand Prix, it's always at Silverstone.
Yeah,
because that's the classic. French Grand Prix always at Manicourt. Yes. Portuguese Estoril. USA Indianapolis.
I think we've got a lot of people watching Drive to Survive on Netflix there. They know that it was Silverstone. I think Brad Pitt is actually making a film about Formula One, if we go back to him, which was filmed at Silverstone. It is Silverstone, but I think in the past it used to be shared between Silverstone and Brands Hatch. I remember it, you know, up until like a certain point. And I think back in the day, there was another place called Donington Park, which used to be the host. Okay, next one's about American geography. American geography for your next question. Which US state is nicknamed the last frontier? There's a kind of clue if you think about where it is. Is it Alaska? Is it Texas? Or is it Hawaii? Alaska, Texas, or Hawaii? What did you go for, Clopo?
Space, the final frontiers. These are the voyages of the more population on the more quizzes. I went for Hawaii.
Oh, you went for Hawaii? Okay, because it's over there. It's in the middle of the ocean. Unfortunately,
it's not the final frontier.
It's Alaska.
Damn.
It's way, way up. Yeah, okay. So we'll have a look at the... a lot of people thought it might have been Texas in the chat. We'll have a quick look at the leaderboard. 1 sec. Just let me get it up now. Leaderboards. You were 17th after 3. Still got 4 questions, and you can still do very well. Anime Dan has leapt into first. Nori Sushi, very good. SJP third. Where's Clopo? Is he going to be talking about this?
31st. I'm terrible. I'm terrible.
31. Okay, don't worry. You've got 4 questions left. You're going to get at least 3 of them, so don't worry.
Don't tell anyone.
No,
okay. Don't tell anyone 31st. Tell them I'm 11. Tell them I'm 11. Lie to people.
Hey, for quiz fans in the audience, tell them about how you found QuizKit and what QuizKit is. Because QuizKit still lives. So tell us about what QuizKit is, in your words.
Well, QuizKit is actually the only app on Twitch where you can actually run a quiz on a show. So basically, the rules are the same like over here on More. A sort of layup appears on the screen, and people are able to select the correct answer. The only difference there is that the rules are a little bit more punishing, meaning that if you get the correct answer, you get the point. But if you if you click on the wrong answer, you actually lose the point. So if you hit 5,500, if you are correct, you are getting plus 5,500. If you are incorrect, you are getting minus 5,500. So different layer of strategies applied over there, where if you don't know, it's wiser not to answer, or to answer a little bit late, not to lose that many points. So it adds a little bit of more strategy, but it's understandable since it's a game that you can actually play on the PC, not necessarily on a phone.
Yeah, exactly. I want to rattle through these 4 questions because I don't want to get kicked off if someone is coming on at 4 o'clock. I don't know.
No, I think I'm next. I'm next, and at 7:30.
Okay, fine. I don't need to rattle through. Tell me about More and your journey here. Best thing about More, worst thing about More. How can we improve More? By the way, if it's not clear, the company that makes More also makes QuizKit. QuizKit was the kind of pre-More thing. So tell me what you like about More and how we can make More better.
I mean, what I have a contract. I'm not allowed to say bad things about More.
Come on, there's nobody listening, nobody's watching. It's just you and me. So tell me.
Okay, the best thing about More is the fact that it's a revolutionary app and gives you the possibility to have quizzes very, very easy on your phone, no matter where you are, and that's an amazing thing. And about the things that I don't like about More, there are 2 things. The first thing is the fact that sometimes the app is buggy and it's really hard to watch, even though you know the correct answer. As I said, I think I cannot hit 10,000. And I have one of the best internets in the world, because just in case you don't know, Romania and South Korea have the best internet in the world. So that's one thing. And there are many times when I stream and people are having technical difficulties and things like that. But I think these are correctable. And the second thing that I would need to improve is, I don't know, a little bit the moola experience. It's a little bit difficult for people to be able to get their moolas and to express their gratitude towards streamers through that moola. So in a way, I feel that these moolas should be made more accessible to the people, because I think the price of moola is a little bit overpriced. And there are some weird things, like if you are buying 500 moolas, the price is way higher than if you buy 700 moolas or something like that. So I don't know if the prices are set by Codices Labs, or they are made by Android or iOS app. But sometimes when you look at the prices, you see them and you say, okay, this looks something fishy, and it doesn't make you want to spend the money buying the moolas, because you say, okay, what is this? This looks wrong.
Yeah, and that's fair. I get it, and I understand. The price is set by internally, so I can talk to the moola team. I don't do it myself, and talk to you about that, because I think other people are saying similar things in the chat, and I take that on board. People are also saying in the chat that they like the community. I like the community. I mean, it's small, but it's growing.
Yes, I like the community. I wanted to come back to the things that I like. I like the community because it's very open. It's very I mean, I remember like 6 months ago, I don't want to be puny on anyone, when there was that Indian users invasion. Everybody was there for the money. When you were awarding pounds for the response, everybody was here only for the money, and the atmosphere was a little bit toxic, and it was full of cheaters. And right now, once you switch to moolas, the community is always is friendly. The people are very, very open one with another. They are, I don't know, they know each other. They form a very, very tight community. And whenever I'm having a show, I feel like, hey, I'm part of a great community. I feel good streaming. I feel good next to these people. Whenever I see the name of SGP, NDH, Cowboy Weasel, Knowledge is Power, Knock Knock, well, I know these people. They are like a little bit like my family, like my friends. And I know this feeling. I like this feeling that I'm getting when streaming on More. So I like the community. I wish for the community to be bigger. I wish for the community to be bigger. But I know that this is a long process, and it will take some time until we'll have like hundreds and thousands of people on our shows.
Yeah, I'm really interested in the comments as well. I'm recording this, and I'll get a transcript. Jeff Keys talks about the price point, and Cowboy Weasel says 200 is the best price point. A lot of people saying that if moola was cheaper, a lot more would sell. Test 1, test 2, I get your point. It would be nice to be able to change answers for a point reduction. That is true. And yeah, I mean, I used to work at HQ Trivia, and we had so many cheaters, and it kind of really spoils the kind of atmosphere. and it does become kind of toxic, like you say. I do like it here. It's much more friendly and it's much more familiar, and you see people, you know. The problem that you have, Clopo, I think, is like, if we grow and we have 1,000 people or 2,000 people, will we still know everybody, like our little more family? We need to retain that.
Yeah, but I mean, once you are growing, it's inevitable that you got the pet sheets coming, but still the spirit will remain. And I don't think that once we are growing, we'll not feel like a family. True, right now we are a small family. The families can be bigger, and as long as when more will grow, there will be more streamers. There will be more people attending those shows. And imagine a future where you will have a show every 15 minutes or every 30 minutes. Whenever you are waking up, if you feel like participating in a quiz, you just open more and you take whatever is there. And that is the experience towards more should go. And the more people will be, the more quality streamers will appear as well. Because we are just a bunch of 10, 15 people that are streaming. So the platform, the more people will join the platform, the more streamers will come as well.
Yes. Okay. I'm taking everyone.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to the people not answering the things in the chat, but my chat is loading very, very bad, and I'm not able to see what people are saying in the chat, and that is why I'm ignoring what they are saying. So I do apologize for that. It's not my style, but I cannot answer people in the chat because I don't see the chat.
I'll try and
this is a bug, and it always happens to me.
I'll try and export the chat and send it to you so you can read the chat, because everyone's very positive about you, and they're also having interesting comments about what we're talking about. Let's finish with 4 questions. Bang, 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 bang. And then I got some final questions for you. Next one, music. Do you like music? Who doesn't like music?
I live for music.
This is an easy one. Easy one. Which country is the band ABBA from? Germany, Sweden,
Sweden. Oh my God, 9,000 points. Oh no, 8,360. I got 8,000. Oh my God, I'm so good.
Yeah, you got 8,000. It is Sweden. And in fact, one of them, I think the dark-haired lady, who maybe is Anna-Frid, was born in Norway, but is Swedish nationality. But generally speaking, they are regarded as a Swedish band. We Like Shapes and You Talking to Me both say that they got 10,000. Knock, knock, you may say I'm a streamer, but I'm not the only one. But I'm not the only one. I'm not sure that's an ABBA song. But anyway, move on to question number 8. Is about geography.
Okay.
The R's of Scilly, notice that they are pronounced silly, lie off the coast of which country? Are they Australia? Is it South Africa? Or is it England? The R's of Scilly. Do you know, Clopo?
Silly? Never heard about this. Silly.
Yes.
I got a 0. I picked South Africa, but it didn't took my pick.
Look at the map the next time and look at the south coast of England in Cornwall, where Codices is from, and you will see just off the south there is an island group called the Scilly Islands, or the Isles of Scilly. Okay, next question. Next question is kinds of animals.
Wait. You asked me what not. I asked you not to put specific questions about UK. So right now, okay, if I don't know that Scilly Islands, tell me, where is the Snake Island?
No,
because of which country is the Snake Island?
You asked me not to ask you specific questions about obscure UK television. Let's be clear. The Scilly Islands are an international world phenomenon. I respect your opinion, but I refuse it. The question.
Okay. I was just joking.
I know you're joking. I was joking back at you. The next one is about kind of the natural world. I didn't know this question. I didn't know this. So let's see what you think. Where do polar bears live? Do they live at the South Pole? Do they live at the North Pole? Or do they live on both poles? What do you think?
Only on the North Pole.
Yeah, it is the North Pole, actually. I didn't know that. And I also didn't know when I was reading this that penguins only live
on the South Pole.
Does everybody know that except me? Everybody knows that?
I don't know.
Okay, last question. So you talked about Mixer, the platform, and we'll do the last question. I got 2 more questions for you, and then I will show the scores, and then we'll finish. You talked about Mixer, and I love thinking about platforms from before that kind of disappeared. I had sort of forgotten about Mixer, but there was a social network that Microsoft developed between the years 2011 and 2017. I guess they were trying to do a Facebook or a Twitter or something. What was the name of this social network that Microsoft launched between 2011 and 2017? Was it Buzz? Was it Social, S-O-C-L, pronounced social, or was it Pippin?
Definitely was not. I don't think it was Pippin. Pippin was on Lord of the Rings. Sci-fi, I don't know. I went for the Buzz.
Well, Pippin was the Lord of the Rings, but it was also a computer by Apple in the 90s that flopped. Buzz was a social network that flopped, but it was by Google. The correct answer was Social. Social was Microsoft failed social network, and I've made everyone got that wrong. Only 9 people got that right. So there we go. Before we finish, Clopo, let me ask you a couple more questions because I'm interested in your story. One question about your streaming, and then a couple of questions about the real Clopo. What will he tell us? Let's see. When you're doing, one of the things for me, I mean, when I'm preparing this show, I want to spend time reading about you and talking to you and reading about my guests. If I'm preparing like a 5-hour Twitch stream, which I don't stream on Twitch, it must take ages. You must spend a lot of time preparing.
Yes, I mean, a big portion of the time for a show is preparing, because yeah, if you're just playing a game on Twitch or streaming, just playing a game, you just put you put yourself in front of the computer, you start a game in the stream. But since my streams are always interactive and always having a lot of to do with the people in front of me, yeah, it takes a lot of preparation. First of all, you are making the plan of the stream, thinking, okay, I will do that and that and that. And then if you have a Clopo quest, and since every stream of mine has a Clopo quest or a quiz competition, I have to prepare that. Preparing a Clopo quest is not an easy task, and usually takes up to 1 hour and a bit. Because first of all, you have to think about the theme. I think about the theme that will be. Then I have to prepare the questions, look for the questions, check to see if the answer is correct, recheck it, because I cannot afford to have a wrong answer for a question. And then putting the questions in the app, making sure that everything is set properly, in case it's a video, in case it's a visual Clopo quest, then preparing the image and setting them in OBS. So behind a quiz that takes place in like 5 minutes, every stream of 15 minutes or 20 minutes, every streamer that prepares such a quiz also prepares beforehand something like 2 hours. It's 1 hour and a bit the preparation of the quiz, but also the technical aspect. So it's not like you're jumping in, it's the show for 15 minutes and that's it. No, it's a lot of preparation and a lot of responsibility, because you present yourself in front of 50, 100, 200 people, depending on how many people are on stream. And you cannot go over there with unreasonable questions or poorly formulated questions or with poor answers, because if you do that, people will say, okay, this streamer is crap, this streamer doesn't care about us, so they will not watch you anymore. So you have to be consistent, you have to be serious whenever you are preparing the stream, and particularly over here on More the Questions. And yeah, I'm very happy that so far I didn't have any contested question or any problems with the answers, and always the answers were correct.
Take it from me, Clopo, it doesn't matter. You know, I don't. You know, you're going to have people contesting things. You just like. I'm so over that. Bartholomew says, with great preparation comes great responsibility, which I thought was funny. When are we going to see you next? You're coming up later today on More?
Yes, I'm on More. Since I'm streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays on Twitch, that means that the Thursdays, Tuesdays, Saturdays, on Sundays, I'm on More. And so, yeah, that is my schedule. From time to time, I miss getting the show at 19:30 because there are other people that are faster than me in scheduling the show. That is another thing that I want to ask More to improve. I mean, I want to reserve a certain slot for the long period of time, because, you know, like it or not, people are like dogs. if you know that the food is coming at 19:30 GMT, where you can find Clopo with the Clopo Quest, then you are there at that hour. You know that shows the football game. Manchester United plays at 20 GMT, then you are there. Because if we go to 20:30, 21, 19:30, people will get confused.
Yeah. I completely am of the same opinion. If I open the curtain and show you what happens behind codices, that is a discussion that happens. Dot says a good point. Allow double booking even if only one is main stage. Yes. Denel says if he knows the time, he will be there. Cyber Goddess is concerned that you think people are like dogs. But anyway, before we finish,
I didn't say that people are like dogs. They have a conditional reflex.
It's a joke. Yes, Pavlov's dog, I think, was the most famous. I'm going to recommend everyone watch your show later. Recommend that people try you out on Twitch. I'm going to recommend Knock Knock's show, which you should try and watch, Clopo, because it's quite an interesting, the golf show. It's not a quiz about golf. It's a very different type of show. It's a fun show, and Knock Knock is really fun. So I recommend that. And, of course, all of our other streamers. Okay, final scores. Here we go. You were 31st.
And now, most likely, I'm still around that
Nori Sushi, well done on first. Cheeky Baby, that's a good second place for you. SJP, very good in third. Where'd you go? Where are you?
Well, I had to take the club because my nickname is about the club. 34th place. Damn, that means I costed you 3,300 moolas?
Well, you came top 40 place, I would think. I made it easy today. I thought you were going to come like top 10.
Well, I thought as well, but what can I do? Apparently, I missed on Argentina. I don't know where are the silly islands, and I'm not the best into beat the Clopoyaur.
Listen, I've loved talking to you. We're continuing on over Christmas. I'll be back with another Can You Beat next week with a very special guest at the end of next week. Clopo, thank you so much. Thanks for telling us about your journey. I'm sure everyone loved hearing about how you began and how you prepare. Good luck with the next quest.
Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting me, and apologies for talking too much. I warned you that I'm going to talk a lot because that's me and you cannot get rid of me. But thank you very much to all the people that are watching my shows. I'm truly grateful to all of them for showing up every time I'm streaming, for being there, for trying to answer all my crazy questions, including the trap ones. I want to thank you, Codices and QuizKit and basically the company for creating this app and for inviting me to test it. It's an honor for me and a pleasure to be streaming over here on more. And I'm looking in 2024 to be a great year for more. May we encounter again in 1 year from now, and when you will complain that you already have 5,000 users, concurrent users, and you beat Clopo twice, and Clopo will get in the 3,455th position, and you will say, Clopo, our servers cannot handle it, but we will do better.
The service will handle it. I look forward to it. Have a great Christmas. Bye, everyone.
Have a great Christmas as well. Bye-bye. Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.